Hi, Taehyung lovers. Welcome to Most Phenomenal Channel, a place where every second with Kim Taehyung isn't just news, but living history. Before we begin, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to turn on the notification bell, because every second here truly matters. Don't skip a single moment, because the next one might just be the most shocking news about Taehyung, the icon who's shaking the world, from the stages of Paris to the hearts of millions. And today, we're not just talking about Kim Taehyung's record-breaking appearance at Paris Fashion Week Summer 2026, but also about the story that moved millions to tears when Taehyung and ARMY united to buy Save One bracelets to help children across the globe. A story that began with 20,000 won and has now become a global movement of love. Stay until the end, because every sentence ahead will show you why the world bows not only to Kim Taehyung's beauty, but the sincerity of his heart. Kim Taehyung. 2 days in Paris, and the world was never the same. There was a whisper behind the curtains of Paris Fashion Week 2026. Only 2 days, and he changed everything. That line was born from photographers' murmurs, from the trembling clicks of cameras every time Kim Taehyung appeared in the front row. 2 days, 2 posts, and the result? Over $13.1 million in EMB earned media value, making him the #1 K-pop idol at Paris Fashion Week Summer 2026, surpassing even names long established in the fashion world. 2 days that shook the world. While Felix recorded $10.8 million, Jisoo $10.4 million, and Jean $9.75 million across 3 posts. Taehyung only needed 2. Not because he was photographed more, not because he dressed louder, but because every movement felt like an event. He didn't just wear fashion, he redefined elegance. Those present in Paris swore. The silence before Taehyung entered Celine's hall was almost spiritual. He didn't walk, wrote a Vogue Korea journalist. He floated between intensity and grace. The power that can't be explained. Celine, once known for Parisian minimalism, seemed to rediscover its soul through this man with an angelic face and an indescribable aura. Since debuting as a global ambassador, Taehyung has breathed new life into the brand, not through noise, but through quiet impact. And now, rumors spread that thanks to his runway presence, Celine broke into the top 8 most influential fashion houses at Paris Fashion Week 2026, a milestone unseen in years. All because of one name, one gaze, one man who blurred the line between music, fashion, and myth. The EMB phenomenon, when the world measures influence in dollars. In modern fashion, earned media value EMB is the new language of magic. It measures every click, repost, comment, and view sparked by a person's presence. In October 2025, reports from Vogue Business and Lefty Influencer Marketing ranked Kim Taehyung at the very top. $13.1 million EMV in just 2 days and 2 posts. By comparison, Felix, $10.8 million, Jisoo, $10.4 million, Jean, $9.75 million, each needing more posts and engagement. But Taehyung, with his signature calmness, made the entire world speak with just 2 moments. One look under the flashlights, one smile from Celine's front row. Between love and controversy. Some called it digital magic. Others sneered, calling it a cult of fandom. How could 2 posts be worth millions of dollars? But who can argue with the numbers lighting up global screens? 2 million likes in minutes. Hundreds of thousands of comments within an hour. Dozens of international headlines about the calmest man in chaos. To some, it was hype. To others, proof that Taehyung isn't just an idol, he's a social phenomenon. For ARMY, every step he takes is a prayer. For fashion analysts, he's evidence that true influence doesn't come from titles or labels, but from emotion, something that can't be bought, only radiated. One name, 5 billion streams. Beyond the runway, his impact echoes through music. In October 2025, total streams across all of Kim Taehyung's works, solo and collaborations, surpassed 5 billion on Spotify. He became the 4th K-pop soloist in history to cross that mark, standing among global legends. He never shouted about it. No grand party, No Times Square billboard, just a quiet post on Weverse. Thank you, you've given my music a home. And that home holds billions of hearts. The donation that began with 20,000 won. Behind the glamour of Paris and viral numbers lies a story rarely told. Every month, Kim Taehyung donates a portion of his income, starting from 20,000 won, about $15, to save the children Korea. Not a one-time act, but a lasting commitment. Each small bracelet engraved with Save One on his wrist became a symbol that moved fans worldwide. Thousands of armies began following his footsteps, donating, wearing the same bracelets, and sharing stories of kindness. Not because they wanted to look like him, but because Taehyung taught them one simple truth. Being influential isn't about how many followers you have, but how many lives you touch. The man behind the Celine suit. When the cameras stop rolling, Taehyung becomes someone entirely different. Quiet, introspective, almost philosophical. Behind the elegant black Celine suit, he types small notes on his phone. Bits of lyrics, melody sketches, fragments of thought about life. Sometimes I think music and fashion are just two different ways of saying the same thing. Love. He told W Korea. Taehyung didn't just attend Paris. He carried Paris within him. In every glance, every calm gesture, every step that felt like poetry. The debate, when love turns into discussion. Critics argued that Taehyung's EMV figures were too high to verify. Some media analysts dismiss them as emotional data rather than empirical proof. But fashion doesn't measure with numbers alone. It measures impact. And Taehyung's impact is undeniable. Celine is now synonymous with calm luxury, a new trend reshaping Paris 2026. Fans responded with pride. Even if the world doubts, Taehyung's influence doesn't need approval to be felt. A line that defines this new generation of fans. Critical, yet full of love. Logical, yet unashamed to believe in miracles. The surprise that changed history. If Paris once had Coco Chanel, if Dior had Galliano, then the digital era has Kim Taehyung. He isn't a designer, a runway model, or a political voice. Yet in just 2 days in Paris, he changed how the world views influencer culture. With 2 posts worth $13 million, with 5 billion streams echoing across the globe, and with a small donation that became a worldwide movement, Taehyung embodies the truest form of soft power, the art of gentle dominance. You can love him or hate him, but you can't ignore him. In comment sections, the world is split. Some hail him as the face of modern luxury. Others dismiss him as a product of the Kpop machine. But like every legend, Taehyung wasn't born from consensus. He was born from contrast, from love colliding with hate, from curiosity that refuses to fade. In an era where noise is currency, Taehyung chose silence, and the world listened. A name that glows in the Paris sky. As the night closed Paris Fashion Week, the city lights shimmered like falling stars over the Seine. And amid the applause, one name continued to echo even after the hall was empty. Kim Taehyung, the man who changed global fashion in 2 days, who connected the world through 5 billion streams, and who turned a small act of charity into a great movement of empathy. He's not just an idol. He's a new narrative of an era. And maybe, just maybe, we're all living in a time when Taehyung's silence speaks louder than the world's noise. Tell us in the comments. Do you believe 2 days and 2 posts are enough to change fashion history? Or do you think this is just a temporary miracle? Share your thoughts, because the story of Kim Taehyung isn't just about a star. It's about how one light can illuminate an entire city.